guys, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for Weekend Watch. This is my weekly segment where I give you guys some picks for Blu-rays and rentals to watch at home, as well as a few options for those of you who want to head out and see a movie in the theater. And if you like movies and you like talking movies, that's what we do here. I do movie reviews, I do collection updates, top 5 lists that are going to become top 10 lists, and all kinds of things like that. So if you're into that type of content, you're definitely going to want to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload my content. I always upload on Wednesdays for the weekend picks, and I try to upload another day during the week, so I try and keep my content consistent. And yeah, definitely, I'd love to have you join us. So the other order of business is something I talked about in my last video, which is forming a Facebook group for the channel. And so far the response has been positive, and we've actually got the group up and running. So I put the link in the description box for the Facebook page. All you have to do if you want to join the group is like the page, and right on the page I have the link for the group. Put in a request to join the group and we'll get you in. It's a closed group, and the only rule is just be nice. We're talking about movies, so let's just keep it nice and friendly, and everybody's there to just have a good time and, you know, talk with like-minded friends. And we're really planning some fun, interactive content, so I think it's really going to be a nice thing to add to the channel. Alright, so now that we have that stuff out of the way, all the good stuff out of the way, let's get to the really good stuff. My picks of the week. First one is Hostel, starring Christian Bale and Rosamund Pike and Wes Studi. Anyway, this is not your typical Western, which is what it might appear to be. It seems like it's going to be like the shoot-'em-up Wild West type thing. It's not that. Christian Bale plays a 20-year veteran Army captain who is at the end of his career. He's ready to retire. He's been fighting Cheyenne and Comanches and Apaches for 20 years, and he is done. He just wants to do his time and get out. He, however, is given one last mission. His arch nemesis is imprisoned in New Mexico, where he's stationed, and they've had him there for 7 years. He's also terminally ill. He is a Cheyenne war chief. He is terminally ill with cancer and has put in a request to be transported back to his sacred grounds in Montana. And the president has granted him permission to leave and be taken back to Montana. Christian Bale's character Joseph has been given the orders that he will lead the troops that will take him and escort him and his family back to Montana. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He's angry. He's bitter. He's burnt. And he's told, if you don't do it, you're not going to have a pension. So reluctantly, he gathers his troops. They pack their supplies. They have their horses. They have the chief and his family, and off they go. And they encounter Rosamund Pike's character, who the opening scene in this movie is, I'm going to be honest, it's the brutal slaughter of her family, and she is left alone in the house that they basically tried to burn, basically pretty much burned to the ground. And the Joseph and his men come across her. They realize that her family is wiped out, and they take her, and she's now joined them, and she's going to travel with them. And this is a very dangerous time. It's a dangerous place, and it's a dangerous way for them to be traveling. They're out in the open. They're on horseback, pretty much unprotected with the exception of their guns that they have. And there's a group of Comanches they're just running wild, and they know that they're there, and the Indian chief that they're traveling with tells them that these people, they're dangerous, they're reckless, they're crazy. He's like, you need my help. Joseph doesn't want anything to do with it. He's got him in chains. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want his help. So on they go. And this is the journey that this movie takes us on. So what I'm going to say about it is, if it feels like a slow burn, it's because that's the type of movie that it's supposed to be. It's not a Wild West shoot 'em up type of thing, like I said. This is a journey, and as much as it is a physical journey, it's also an emotional journey, and it's specifically emotional for Joseph, particularly for Joseph, because what he does along the way is he starts to evaluate his behavior over the last 20 years. And he also learns from talking to the people that are accompanying him how other people see him and see themselves, and how everybody who's been involved in this conflict over the last 20 years, how they're all feeling about the things that they've done in the name of doing their job or in the name of battle. And it really becomes a period of self-reflection and evaluation. And that that to me was very interesting. And you do have bouts of real intense action, and then you have these periods of just quiet traveling, and those are the periods where you know he's doing this self-reflection. So it's a physical journey and it's a personal journey, and I found the movie to be really enjoyable. And if you like this kind of thing and you like the timepiece, like it's 1892 is the year it's supposed to take place, if you're into this kind of thing, you're really going to enjoy this movie. And the cinematography was amazing. It is a beautifully shot movie. So between the action, the character development, and the cinematography, I say it's a win. I definitely really, I recommend this one. If you don't want to commit to buying it, if you're not sure, then I would say give it a rent. But yeah, I mean, either way, I don't think you can really go wrong with this one. So yeah, Hostels, definitely check it out. And the next one I also spoke about in my last video. This is American Made, starring Tom Cruise, and it's the true story of Barry Seal, who was a TWA pilot who ended up working for the CIA. He was originally supposed to just go out, and he had this specialized plane made. They made a plane for him, or got him a plane, and he was supposed to go out and take pictures and report back. And he ends up getting involved with drug dealers and these different cartels, and he's running guns and running drugs, and the whole thing just becomes a big mess. And ultimately, he becomes part of the Iran-Contra situation. And I don't really want to go into a lot of detail with this because I don't want to give the story away. If you don't know his story, don't look it up. Just go in and watch the movie blind, because that's what I did. I didn't know anything about him personally, and I really enjoyed the movie much more not knowing anything. There's a lot of things that happen that are just really interesting, so interesting and so surprising the first time around. So yeah, definitely American Made. I can't recommend it enough. And this one, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to tell you guys that this is a really safe blind buy. So if you don't even want to rent it, just give it a buy. It's really, really good. American Made. And my third pick, I actually don't have my copy yet because I ordered it late and my mail has not come yet today. UPS has not made it to my house yet today. But it's Game Night, starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. I'm going to put a card right up here to the link. I actually did a review on the whole movie. So all you have to do, if you want to see that review, just click the card and it'll put the video off to the side, and you can watch it after this. But yeah, Game Night was a lot of fun. It's a different kind of comedy. It's smart. It's funny. There's a lot of action. I really enjoyed it, and so yeah, I'm gonna say go ahead and give Game Night a go. And again, that would probably be a safe buy if you like comedies and you like this caper type thing. You're probably going to enjoy it. And I love Jason Bateman, so yeah, definitely anything with him in it, I'm going to go for it. And then I have one last pick before I get to my movie picks, and this is because of Deadpool 2. This is Hunt for the Wilder People, starring Sam Neill and Julian Dennison. And the reason I picked it is because Julian Dennison is one of the main characters in Deadpool 2, and I really enjoyed him in that, but I first enjoyed him in this. This is a really great movie, and it's done by the director of What We Do in the Shadows. So if you have seen What We Do in the Shadows and you enjoy that, and you enjoy that feel, this is going to be right up your alley. Julian Dennison plays a juvenile delinquent who's living with a foster family. His Aunt Bella and Uncle Heck, as he calls them. Unfortunately, Aunt Bella dies very early on in the movie, and Julian's character, Ricky and Uncle Heck do not get along, and Uncle Heck just wants to leave. Ricky leaves with him, and now the two of them are on the run, and everybody is looking for them. Everyone in the state is looking for them, and it's just a really, really fun movie, and it also explores how Ricky and Uncle Heck have to learn, ultimately, to deal with each other when they haven't had to, because Aunt Bella was always taking care of everything and keeping the peace between them, and really making it possible for them to avoid actually dealing with each other one-on-one. So yeah, it's a really interesting story, and I really enjoyed watching their relationship develop from two guys, a guy and a young man who couldn't stand each other, to ultimately two people who end up genuinely caring about each other. So yeah, give this one a look, and I'm sure you can just stream it online if you don't want to buy it. But yeah, Hunt for the Wilder People is really, really good. So those are my picks for home. That would be my Blu-ray and rental picks for home. And now for the theater, I did see Deadpool 2, and for those of you who are Deadpool fans, I mean, it's Deadpool. You kind of know what you're going to get into. You're going to get the crude humor, the off-color jokes. You're going to get some action. You're going to have a villain. You're going to have a group of, in this case, you have a group of mutants, and you have one mutant boy that Deadpool's trying to help. So we have a kinder, gentler Deadpool, if there is such a thing. But I thought they kind of gave a little more insight into Deadpool's character, so they want us to care about him a little more and show a little bit more of a human caring side to him, and we'll get there eventually. But now he's formed his little team, his I think it's called X-Force, yeah, so we have that to look forward to, and I enjoyed it. You know what? It is what it is. I was entertained for 2 hours. Was it a home run or a grand slam? No, but I enjoyed it. So, yeah, I thought it was good. So you have Deadpool. There's also a movie coming out called Solo, and it's about the young Han Solo. It's done by Ron Howard. So usually Ron Howard's stuff is pretty good. I don't know much about it other than it's about the young Han Solo. So maybe this will be a good one for the Star Wars fans. It's up, I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is in the high 80s. So, you know, it doesn't look like it's being poorly received, so we'll see what happens once it hits the theaters. And then there's another one that's it's got okay reviews. It's called Book Club, and it stars Candice Bergman, Jane Fonda, Mary Sternberg. What's Stern? Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Steenburgen. I always say that wrong. Craig T. Nelson. Don Johnson, Andy Garcia. I mean, there's a whole slew of people in this, and it's the ladies are in a book club and they start to read 50 Shades of Grey. So you could just imagine their wheels start turning. And you know, I think it's okay, depending on the demographic. I think for people maybe my age and up, it's probably going to be, you know, an entertaining time if you're looking for a couple hours to kill in the afternoon. So, you know, that would be my other choice. Maybe check that out. But there's not a whole lot changing in the theaters. You still have the Avengers and, you know, that whole crew going on. So yeah, the picks are a little bit limited with the theater. So hopefully we're going to start getting some new things in the next few weeks. And that would be my picks for the week. Hopefully you guys have something in the piles that seems appealing to you. Let me know in the comments. You know, if you're finding this segment helpful, or if there's a specific genre that you want me to look into, I'm always happy to do that. And again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload content again. And I want to thank you guys as always for watching. It really means a lot to me that you guys take time out to watch and comment and like and whatnot, and really I answer every comment. I read and answer every comment. I just want you guys to know that because I really do appreciate every one of you. So thank you again, and I am going to upload again real soon. So until then, that's a wrap.